I was a judge at the Independent Spirit Awards the year before Precious came out. I was editing Precious, and it was this incredible jury, and it was pretty intense. And two of his films were there, and I just remember being, I was sucked in. I was sucked into both the honesty, the rawness, the integrity of both films, and that they were in New York, and the subject matters were completely different, and the styles were completely different, and he had no money to do them, and I was just flabbergasted, and it just, and so so when he asked me to, when they got distribution, I was, of course, I was honored to be a part of it, because I knew that, Oprah and Tyler Perry had helped me with Precious, and I know the power of presentation and how that helps. So I think that, that's what I think. I think I'm excited. That's what I think.
Great.
Yeah, and I'm very excited, and the whole Prince of Broadway team is so excited and thankful for Lee coming onto the project, and this generous move that he's made to help to back the film and to support it and get it out there. I remember the day that actually Lee, before Precious came out, before I had seen it.
Now he's gonna tell you the facts.
Okay.
Well,
These are the facts, because I was caught up in a world.
No, you pretty much got it. I was just going to mention that that first one day, it was right after the Spirits, I believe, and Lee gave me a call. I was actually on my bike in New York City, riding my bike down the street, when this call came in from an unknown number, and I picked it up, and it was Lee, and Lee wanted to know, or asked me, how we pulled up some of this stuff, because it was takeout. It was shot very clandestinely, and the way that it was very raw and from the hip guerrilla filmmaking. And we had a brief conversation on the phone, and I hung up afterwards and I just spoke to the director of Precious on my bike, riding down the street. Oh my God! And then Precious blew up, and I had seen it, and I was so impressed by it. And but that connection was already made with Lee, and it was great to reconnect with him as my film started moving into the film festival circuit, and then when it finally got to the point of distribution, it just seemed like appropriate to. It was. We didn't know how, whether you were actually going to, what you were going to think of our offer. But when we asked you, to come on board, and you immediately said yes, we were just so encouraged by that and thankful for it.
Great. So it's been nearly 3.5 years, right, since you shot this film. Yeah.
It was.
What have been the key steps? I mean, obviously the festival route,
right.
Connecting with Lee.
Right.
How is it that now audiences are finally going to see this in a theatrical release?
Well, that first year is all about editing, so you can cut that out. And then when we got into the film festival circuit, it was really having that premiere at the Los Angeles Film Festival and winning the Target Award there, which is the Grand Jury Award. That really set it in motion, where we had this wonderful ride, and we got to travel the world with it. I mean, amazing festivals throughout the world, and we had won awards that actually were cash awards, and they helped us finish the film and master the film properly, giving it a proper color correction and sound mix. And then, and as you know, the general recession in the economy also hit the independent film world, and suddenly the small boutique distributors were going out of business, and so it was hard to find the right deal, and we were cautious about just giving our film away. And finally, this distributor by the name of Elephant Eye Films, they had put out the film The Maid last year, and we spoke to them about releasing the film, and it just seemed like the perfect offer, and so that's why it took a long time. But,
well, I think people are going to be really pleased that it did, because this film is an absolute gem. I think everyone who sees it is just going to fall in love with it.